everyone, so today's video is going to be a little bit different, and as you can tell by the title, it's going to be a video all about my high school experience and my reflections and advice and all that sort of stuff. So I recently graduated high school, as you can see by my robe over there in the background, and I got a lot of requests in my getting ready for graduation video to do a video like this, talking about my experience and everything that I learned and the classes I took and all that sort of stuff. So if you guys are in high school or if you're going into high school, I hope that this video can help you. And I hope I can share with you some advice, because I know there were definitely some things I wish I would have known before I went into high school that I know now. So I'm just hoping that I can help you guys out a lot in this video. Also, I'm sitting in a spinny chair today, so if I'm like rotating back and forth, that's why, and I'm sorry if it gets distracting. I'm gonna try and sit still. Alright, so I didn't really write down anything that I specifically wanted to talk about in this video. I just kind of thought I would talk and just keep talking and see what comes out, but I thought I would just go through each year of high school with you guys and tell you what I did each year and, you know, the activities I did, all that sort of stuff. So let me just say, starting off freshman year, I was absolutely 100% terrified going into high school. I was dreading it so much, and looking back, I don't even remember why I was so scared, but high school is a scary thing. Like, it's a new experience. Where I went to high school, it was two different middle schools joining together, so there were going to be new people that I had never met before, and I was just really so scared about that. Also, when I got my schedule for some of my classes, I was really disappointed because I didn't have friends in like any of my classes. So, you know, like at registration, everyone's going around like, oh, do you have a class with me? You know, do we have any classes together? All that sort of stuff. And I didn't have classes with any of my friends. Seriously, I had one of my good friends in one of my classes, and that was it. No one in my lunch that I knew, no one in any other of my classes, and I was so worried and scared about that already going into the first day of school. And some of the classes that I was in were like advanced classes, so I was already with sophomores, and so that was even scarier going into my first day of school and being with upperclassmen. Also, freshman year I was on the track team because I did track in middle school and I had to do a PE credit for high school, so I thought I would go ahead and get it out of the way my freshman year, and yeah, bad idea. I hated that. Looking back, I'm glad I went ahead and did it because I wouldn't have wanted to take like any PE course later on in high school, but I really did not like track. I really didn't have any friends on it, and the people on it were kind of scary, and I did not enjoy it at all. That definitely made freshman year just like 10 times worse, being on the track team. But to be honest with you guys, all in all, freshman year was pretty terrible for me. It was without a doubt my least favorite year of high school. Like I said, really didn't have that many friends in any of my classes or anything. And there are people who I met freshman year who I didn't know before going into school, who I became friends with and I'm still friends with now, so that's good. So even though I didn't have friends, I did make new friends, and that was good. That it helped me to branch out. I feel like that really gave me the skills I needed to go out, talk to new people, and build up the courage to, you know, talk to someone new and introduce myself. So to all of you who are going into high school this coming year, you're going to be an upcoming freshman. I'm sorry if that like scared you, what I just said, because my experience was pretty bad, but all of my friends loved freshman year. They said it was definitely like their favorite besides senior year, because I mean, I'm pretty sure that's everyone's favorite. But a lot of my friends really did love freshman year just because they loved the idea of high school. They hated middle school, and they were so excited going into high school that it was just their favorite. I just happened to have a very bad experience, but you know, looking back, I survived and it was okay. Alright, so yes, freshman year for me was pretty terrible, but it gets better, don't worry. So, moving on to sophomore year, it was definitely a little bit better than freshman year. I had a few more friends in my classes, and I had met new people. Oops, I just got a text. And I had met new people from the other school that I like joined in with, and so that was good that I was like making new friends. I still had my old friends from middle school. I just obviously wasn't seeing them as much like during the day because they weren't in any of my classes. But sophomore year, what was great is that I got my license, and that just made life like so much better. I didn't turn 16 until April, so I did have to wait a little longer into the year to get my license, but once I did, it was so great, and I feel like having your license just makes your life 10 times better, like just getting your license, because it's so great. It just gives you this like feeling of freedom. You can go and drive where you want to go, and you don't have to ask your parents for rides everywhere, and you don't have to find rides everywhere, and that was just great having my license. Sophomore year, I can remember I did have friends in my lunch, which was really nice, and I was also a peer tutor that year, so I would like eat lunch for half the period, and then the other half I would go and tutor kids like who needed help in school and stuff. So that's what I did sophomore year, but I really just enjoyed that so much more because, like I said, freshman year, I really did not have friends in my lunch period. I did make friends, obviously, throughout the year, but lunch was just not good for me because I really didn't have anyone to sit with and talk to about my plans and everything like that, because they weren't the friends that I was hanging out with after school and on the weekends. They were just like my lunch friends, if you know what I mean. But I was not on the track team, and I wasn't on any other sort of sports team or anything like that, and honestly I didn't really have any hobbies. I do remember I had a job sophomore year. I think I might have had it like part of freshman year too, but I can remember sophomore year because I would like start to drive down to work down the road after school. And so I did have a job that I worked a few days, but I really didn't have any hobbies or anything. So I was kind of that like boring, lame kid that just went home after school, didn't do anything, did their homework, chilled out, went to bed. So my life was pretty boring. Sophomore year, I was also really into watching YouTube videos because the summer after sophomore year, I started my YouTube channel, which was obviously a big step in my life. And throughout all of sophomore year, I can remember wanting to start one. Oops, I just hit my camera. Sorry about that. Throughout my whole sophomore year, I can remember wanting to start a YouTube channel, but I just didn't know what people at school would think of me, and I didn't know if I really wanted to, and I was just kind of scared and nervous to do it. So I did end up waiting until summertime to do that because it was something that I really wanted to do, and I decided, you know what? I don't care what people think, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Alright, so going into junior year, I was pretty excited because I had a pretty good schedule and I knew people in my classes. For once, I had like classes with my good friends and I was so happy. And also, like I said, sophomore year, I started to sort of mingle with friends from the other middle school that my middle school joined with, and so I was making new friends, which was good. My junior year, I also took my first AP class, and that was AP Spanish. That was okay, I guess. I ended up doing pretty good on the AP exam, so it all worked out, but it was kind of a hard class. And I just realized I haven't really mentioned anything about the classes I've been taking my other years. And looking back on the years, I totally should have like taken harder classes and worked harder because I really just didn't think that I could do it. I didn't believe in myself. I was like, oh, I can't take honors English. I don't like to read. Okay, well, looking back, I totally should have taken honors English, you know, and I feel like I could have pushed myself so much harder, and that's something that's hard to sort of balance out because going into your freshman year and all the other years of high school, you don't want to push yourself so much to where you're going to be overloaded with schoolwork and homework and tests and quizzes all the time. But it is important to remember to push yourself to your fullest potential, and that's something that I definitely did not do. My senior year, I did take 3 AP classes, and like I said, I took one my junior year too, but I know like deep down that I totally could have taken more than that and I would have been fine because honestly, I never really struggled very much in school. A lot of people get so stressed out with homework and tests and quizzes and projects and all that stuff, but that was just never really me. I never really struggled in the classes that I was in, and I think that's kind of like an indicator that I should have been taking harder classes. So going back to junior year, it was pretty great. It was better than sophomore year and a lot better than freshman year, so you know, my time in high school was just getting better and better, which was good. And I feel like as a junior, you think you're like so cool because you're like, oh, I can drive and I got a parking spot at school and I'm almost a senior, I'm so cool. And you know, you kind of have that like junior attitude about everything, and I definitely did. I thought I was a pretty cool junior. I wasn't. But I really did enjoy junior year, and so going into senior year, I was so excited about college and everything like that. I was super nervous and stressed out because all of my friends, like 90% of my friends, let me put it that way. Most of my friends knew where they were going to college. They had always known. There's a big state school in Alabama called Auburn University, and there's also one called Alabama. Yeah, you've probably heard of them, Auburn and Alabama. They're rivals, and they're super big schools here, and like 70% of my graduating class went to either Auburn or Alabama. So most of my friends went to either one of those schools, and I am not going there, so that's kind of sad. So again, most of my friends already knew where they were going to college because it was one of those things that they had kind of had planned in their mind for like their whole lives basically, but I did not. I didn't want to go to a big state school, and so I had the tough time of going and visiting colleges and trying to make a decision and doing the Common App and applying to all these different schools, and that was really, really stressful. But luckily I did find a school that I'm very happy that I'm going to be attending. If you guys didn't know, I'm going to Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm so excited about it. As of now, I think I'm going to be studying business or entrepreneurship, something like that. that could change. Who knows? It probably will change, but that's what I'm planning on studying right now. So yeah, I kind of skipped over senior year, but I feel like I've just been blabbing on for a really long time. But senior year was definitely the best year of my high school experience. Again, like I said, freshman year was bad, sophomore year a little better, junior year better, senior year way better. Like, it was just so great. I had so many close friends, and I feel like my friends and I just became a lot closer. We spent a lot more time together, and it was definitely just the best year by far. And I really enjoyed my teachers this past year, and I had more free time. My schedule was hard, but like, it wasn't that hard, and I had a lot of free periods, and I had friends in my classes, which was something I wasn't really used to, and so that was just so great. And now it's crazy because I'm graduated from high school and I'm done. I'm never going back there, and it's very crazy. I was very emotional on my last day of school. I cried a lot, and you know, it's weird to think about because back freshman year, I hated high school. I wanted to get out. I wanted to graduate and be done and get as far away from high school as I possibly could, and everyone in it. I just wanted to be away from it. But now I am sad that I'm leaving because looking back, I really did enjoy my high school experience. There were ups and downs, obviously. Everyone has their ups and downs. But for the most part, I really did have a good time, and I'm so grateful that I went to such a great school and I have such great friends and teachers and peers and everything, and it was a really good experience overall. Alright, so I'm not sure if this video was helpful at all to you guys in any way, but if you have any other specific questions about high school in general, be sure to comment those down below, or comment on my Instagram, or send me like a DM on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that. I also have a Tumblr, and I don't really use it that often, but feel free to go on there and like send me a little question in my ask box, and I will try my best to respond to those. And I've been talking for so long now, so I'm sorry if this video was super boring and unentertaining, but I just thought I would put it out there, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will definitely be doing some college videos coming up soon, like a dorm haul and all those sorts of things, so keep your eyes open for that coming in the future. And yeah, that is all for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you in my next video.